Have your legs felt weaker lately, like they're struggling to keep up with you? Maybe getting out of a chair requires both hands now, or climbing a short staircase suddenly feels like conquering a mountain. Most people assume that's just part of aging. But what if your legs aren't just tired? They're undernourished. After age 60, our bodies absorb fewer of the key nutrients needed to repair muscles, reduce inflammation, and restore strength, especially while we sleep. And without those nutrients, your legs can't recover properly. That silent weakness builds night after night. But here's the good news. Rebuilding strength might be easier than you think. In today's video, I'll walk you through 3 powerful science-backed vitamins that help your legs repair and strengthen while you sleep. These aren't expensive pills or fads. They're simple nutrients taken at the right time that could help you wake up with stronger legs, better balance, and less pain in just a few days. So let me ask, how do your legs feel when you wake up? Are they stiff, heavy, or shaky? Drop a comment below with your age and what you're currently taking or doing to support your legs. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to take the first step toward healing. Now, let's get into the nutrients your body may be quietly missing and how they can help you feel stronger starting tonight. The silent power of vitamin B12 and why most seniors are deficient. Let's start with a vitamin that might seem familiar, vitamin B12. You've probably heard of it at some point, maybe from a doctor or on a multivitamin label. But here's the part no one talks about. Vitamin B12 isn't just a nice-to-have. For people over 60, it's essential. Without it, your body struggles to maintain the basic connection between your brain and your muscles. Think of B12 like the wiring in your home. If the wires fray or lose power, even the strongest light bulb won't shine. That's precisely what happens when B12 runs low. Your legs might still have muscle, but the signal from your brain just isn't getting through. And it happens quietly. You might first notice some tingling in your toes, then a little more stiffness in your calves when you get up from the couch. Before long, your balance feels off, or you catch yourself grabbing walls for support. It doesn't feel dramatic, but it builds up, and suddenly you're wondering, when did walking become such a chore? Take my neighbor Sam. He's 72, a retired postman, and for months he thought his wobbly legs were a sign of old age setting in. However, after a simple blood test, they discovered that he was severely deficient in B12. Within 2 weeks of taking a dissolvable B12 under his tongue every night, he said, "I feel like I've plugged back in." His steps were more confident, and his legs stopped twitching at night. All that change from one small habit. Here's the kicker. Up to 40% of people over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels, and many don't even know it. That's because as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, the very thing needed to absorb B12 from food. So even if you're eating meat or eggs, your body might not be getting what it needs. The good news, you can correct this starting tonight. Look for methylcobalamin B12, the form your body can use immediately. Take it about 30 minutes before bed and let it absorb under your tongue. No water needed, no pills to swallow. Just a quiet moment to give your nervous system exactly what it's been craving. Now, while B12 reconnects your nerves and restores communication, there's another vitamin that plays a different but equally powerful role. It doesn't just help you feel better, it enables you to build back the strength you've lost. Let's talk about the vitamin that acts like sunlight in a bottle. Vitamin D3, the sunshine you can't get from the sun after 60. Now, let's talk about something that sounds simple but is surprisingly misunderstood. Vitamin D3. Most people think of it as the sunshine vitamin. And sure, it's true that our bodies make D3 when sunlight hits our skin. But here's the part that catches almost everyone off guard. After age 60, your skin produces up to 75% less D3 than it did when you were younger. That means even if you walk outdoors every day, your body might still be running on empty, and your muscles are paying the price. Vitamin D3 is so much more than a bone helper. It's one of your body's key tools for building and repairing muscle. Without enough of it, even small efforts, like walking around the house, getting out of a chair, or bending down to tie your shoes, can leave your legs sore and tired. And if you're doing all the right things, eating well, staying active, but not seeing progress, low D3 might be why. I remember working with a woman named Evelyn. She was 68, full of energy, but frustrated that no matter how much she exercised, her legs felt stiff and her balance continued to worsen. We checked her vitamin D levels. They were way below the recommended range. After just 4 weeks of taking D3 at night, she called me and said, "I don't know what happened, but I can finally take the stairs without holding the railing." It wasn't magic, it was muscle healing, finally allowed to happen. The reason bedtime matters so much is that your body does its deepest repair work while you sleep. That's when growth hormone is released, muscles rebuild, and inflammation goes down. And guess what? That process needs D3 to work correctly. If you're low, the recovery can't happen fully, even if you sleep 8 hours. To get the most from D3, choose a soft gel or capsule with at least 2000 IU of cholecalciferol. That's the active form. Take it with a small, fat-based snack, such as a few almonds or a slice of avocado, about 30 minutes before bed. It won't keep you awake. Many people find it helps them sleep better because it calms the nervous system and reduces those annoying nighttime leg aches. And here's something many folks miss. D3 doesn't work alone. It needs a partner. Because while D3 helps move calcium into your bloodstream, the next vitamin makes sure that calcium ends up in the right place, your bones and muscles, not your joints or arteries. That missing link is a nutrient most people have never even heard of. Let's meet the unsung hero of leg strength. Vitamin K2, the calcium traffic cop. Nobody talks about vitamin K2. Now, this one's a bit of a mystery for most people. You've probably heard of vitamin K in general. Perhaps someone mentioned that it helps your blood clot. That's true for K1, the type found in leafy greens like spinach. But K2, it works on a different level. Think of it as the traffic cop for calcium. It directs calcium to where your body needs it, your bones and muscles, and keeps it out of where it doesn't belong, like your arteries and joints. Here's why that matters. If you're taking vitamin D3 or getting calcium through diet or supplements, but you're not getting enough K2, that calcium can go to the wrong places. It can harden blood vessels, stiffen soft tissues, and even make your legs ache more. In other words, all that good nutrition could be quietly working against you unless K2 is there to keep things in check. I recall a client, George, a 70-year-old man who faithfully took his calcium and D3 every morning. But his knees were getting stiffer, not stronger. His doctor almost increased his arthritis medication until someone finally checked his K2. He started supplementing with the MK7 form of K2 every evening, and within 6 weeks, he said his legs felt looser, lighter, and ready to move again. That's not wishful thinking. That's nutrient balance in action. Beyond bones and calcium, K2 also activates a protein called osteocalcin. Think of it as the switch that turns on muscle repair. It even improves how your muscles handle sugar and energy, which is critical if you're dealing with diabetes or sluggish circulation. And yes, it works best when taken at night alongside D3, when your body enters its natural rebuilding mode. Here's the challenge. K2 isn't easy to get from diet alone. It's primarily found in fermented foods like natto, a Japanese soybean dish, aged cheeses, and organ meats. Things most Americans don't eat regularly. That's why supplementing is not just smart, it's often necessary. Look for the MK7 form, ideally 100 to 200 micrograms, and take it together with your D3 dose and a small fat-based snack. It's gentle, long-lasting, and quietly works while you sleep. And just like that, we've now introduced the 3 powerhouse nutrients your legs have been quietly asking for. B12 to reconnect your nerves, D3 to rebuild your muscles, and K2 to guide calcium exactly where it needs to go. But the real magic happens not just in knowing what to take, but how to take them. Timing, consistency, and daily habits make all the difference. Let's walk through exactly how to combine these 3 into a straightforward nighttime routine that can help you wake up feeling stronger. How to combine B12, D3, and K2 for maximum leg strength overnight. Now that you know the what, B12, D3, and K2, it's time to talk about the how. Because taking the right vitamins is only half the story. To truly feel the benefits in your legs, your balance, and even your energy. It's all about timing, form, and consistency. Think of this as setting up your body for success every night, just as you'd prepare a cozy bed or a cup of tea before sleep. It's a simple ritual, and once you get it going, it practically runs itself. Let's start with B12. Since your stomach's ability to absorb it from food gets weaker with age, the best way to take B12 is in a sublingual form. That means a tiny tablet that dissolves under your tongue. No swallowing, no water needed. This method sends it straight into your bloodstream, bypassing digestion entirely. Aim for 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin about 30 minutes before bed. Just pop it under your tongue while brushing your teeth or reading a few pages of a book. That's your signal to your nervous system. It's time to heal and reconnect. Next, vitamin D3. Go for 2,000 to 4,000 IU of cholecalciferol in a soft gel or capsule form. And here's the secret. D3 is fat-soluble, which means it needs a bit of healthy fat to be adequately absorbed. You don't need a full meal, just a small snack like a few walnuts, a spoonful of almond butter, or even a slice of cheese. Take your D3 at the same time as your B12, about 20-30 minutes before sleep. And don't forget K2. This is where the magic of pairing happens. Take 100 to 200 micrograms of the MK7 form of K2 together with your D3, same snack, exact moment. These two vitamins work in tandem. D3 brings calcium into your system, while K2 ensures it goes to the right place. They're stronger together, especially overnight when your body is repairing bones and rebuilding muscle tissue. The real trick: make this a habit. Place your supplements next to your toothbrush or beside your evening tea mug. Set a little reminder on your phone if that helps. You're not just taking vitamins, you're giving your body the tools to restore itself night after night. And here's one more thing. While these vitamins are doing the heavy lifting during sleep, a few simple daily habits can amplify their effect. These don't take extra money or effort, but they can unlock faster, more noticeable results. So, let's look at 3 easy things you can do each day that help your legs heal even better. The hidden enemies of muscle recovery: sugar, salt, and stress. Now, even with the right vitamins in your nightly routine, there's something else we need to talk about. The silent saboteurs that quietly undo all your hard work. I'm talking about 3 everyday things that sneak into your day without much notice: sugar, salt, and stress. They sound harmless, maybe even normal, but they can each slow down your body's ability to heal muscles, especially as you get older. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're getting in the way. Let's start with sugar. That little evening cookie or bowl of cereal may seem innocent, but high sugar levels at night trigger inflammation throughout your muscles and nerves. It's like trying to repair a road while there's a storm going on. Your body's repair crews can't do their job. Over time, this leads to that stiff, swollen feeling in your legs every morning. Instead, opt for a light snack that includes protein and healthy fats. Your muscles will thank you. Now, salt. Too much of it, especially in processed foods or salty snacks consumed before bed, can lead to fluid retention and nighttime leg cramps. I had a client, Linda, who loved her evening popcorn with extra salt. But she noticed that every morning her ankles were puffy and her legs ached. By simply cutting back on her sodium intake and increasing her water consumption throughout the day, she experienced relief in less than a week. It's a slight shift, but it makes a big difference. And then there's stress. We often forget how much our emotional state affects our physical recovery. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which interferes with sleep quality and delays muscle repair. If you go to bed anxious or overstimulated, your body won't fully enter the deep rest it needs to rebuild. Try winding down with a calming routine, such as stretching, listening to soft music, or taking a short walk outside. Even a moment of quiet can make all the difference. These hidden enemies may seem small, but they quietly chip away at your progress. The vitamins do the work, but you have to give them a clear path. And now that you've learned how to support your body from the inside, let's take it one step further. 2 daily habits require no supplements at all. Just a glass of water and a few minutes of movement that can unlock even more strength in your legs. Let's take a look. Hydration and movement. The 2-minute tricks that unlock vitamin power. Sometimes, the simplest things make the most significant difference. And when it comes to helping your vitamins work their magic, 2 of the most overlooked yet essential tools are also the easiest: water and exercise. That's right, just staying hydrated and moving your legs a little each day can boost how your body absorbs B12, D3, and K2, and how quickly you feel the results. Let's start with hydration. When your body is low on fluids, everything slows down. Your circulation, digestion, and even the delivery of nutrients to your muscles. You could be taking the perfect vitamins at the ideal time. But if your bloodstream is like a dry riverbed, those nutrients can't get where they need to go. I always say, think of water as the delivery truck for your health. Without it, your supplements sit in traffic. You don't need to drink gallons of water. Just a small glass of water every 90 minutes during the day is enough to keep your system humming. And here's a tip: stop about 1 hour before bed to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. A small slice of lemon or cucumber can make it more enjoyable and easier to remember. Now, movement. This doesn't mean exercise. It means gentle activation. When you lightly move your legs, maybe 10 ankle rolls, or lift your heels while brushing your teeth, you're telling your blood, hey, let's get flowing. This improves circulation and sends vitamins directly into your muscle tissue, especially in the legs. I had a viewer named Joan who started doing 5 minutes of seated leg lifts before bed. After just a week, her morning leg stiffness was cut in half. The best part? These habits are free. No pills, no equipment. A bit of mindfulness and a willingness to care for your body in small ways. And when you pair these 2 with your nighttime supplements, they become the silent force behind your recovery. Now, with everything working together, vitamins, hydration, and movement, there's just one more piece to bring it all home: a mindset of consistency and celebration. Because this isn't just about health, it's about reclaiming confidence in your body. Let's talk about how it all comes together, starting tonight. Your stronger legs journey starts tonight, one simple habit at a time. By now, you've learned a lot. You've discovered 3 essential vitamins, B12, D3, and K2, that quietly power your muscles, rebuild your strength, and protect your balance. You've seen how small enemies like sugar, salt, and stress can sneak in and slow you down. And you've picked up 2 easy tools, hydration and movement, that can turn good habits into great results. But the most important takeaway? This journey doesn't have to be overwhelming. It starts with just a straightforward habit. Tonight, there's something comforting about a nightly routine. A few quiet minutes where you can focus on yourself. So here's what I want you to do. Set aside your 3 vitamins, your B12 under the tongue, your D3 and K2 with a small fat-based snack, and take them about 30 minutes before bed. Keep a glass of water nearby. Maybe stretch your legs or take a few slow steps around the room. Make this moment yours. No pressure, no rush. Just you, caring for your body in a way that's gentle and powerful at the same time. And here's a little tip that can help you stay consistent. Write down how your legs feel each morning for the next 2 weeks. You might notice more stability when you stand, less stiffness when you walk, maybe even more confidence when you go outside or climb stairs. That's not a coincidence. That's progress. And when you see it on paper, you'll realize that your body is still capable of healing, of getting stronger, of surprising you. If this video has helped you, please share it with someone you care about. a parent, a friend, or even a neighbor who could use a little extra support. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more real, down-to-earth health tips designed especially for you. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about giving your body what it needs to thrive, one night at a time. So take that first small step tonight, because your strongest legs are still ahead.